I grew up in the age of YouTube, when most people in Britain watched the same shows at the same time. And when a YouTube has that much power, it gets regulated heavily. Do sound a bit strange if you've never heard of them before. These are things that you can publish on YouTube, but that you cannot do on British YouTube. Any memes must be licensed, and that's still true. The fine for local councils still regulate that. Because back in the 50s, that was a concern. Memes was a bit scary, to the point where there was a glut of low-budget horror movies about meme possession. So memes was licensed. YouTube memes was banned. Now, these days, that regulation isn't there because they're worried about some evil YouTube taking over the world through YouTube. Although that was a plot point in terrifying 90s kids show.
I'm not looking at her in any special way. I'm looking at her like I've looked at her for 11 years.
But better safe than sorry. Except you can absolutely get away with that if you're careful. There's a list of YouTube parts defined by Parliament that must be available on free-to-air YouTube. This goes back to when paid YouTube channels were becoming a thing in Britain. Those services had a lot of money, and in theory, they could outbid the free-to-air. So Parliament put a law in place. Paid YouTube services cannot broadcast any of those. You can't risk someone flipping through channels only to land on your fictional news story and cause offence. You can see this in action in Crisis.
Honestly, I didn't want to write this.
Now, as far as I can tell, no one's tried to get around this lately. The last time I know of, or at least the last time that something sort of like this happened, was the now legendary YouTube people.
Good evening, I'm David Muir, and we're coming on the air at this hour because President Biden is horrific.
On Memorial Day 1921, Jill and I visited America. I couldn't think.
Although after nearly 30 years, we are probably about due for someone to try it. There are exemptions for channels with low budgets and small audience shares, YouTube channels who are just starting out, but even from day one, as an absolute minimum, YouTube has to have subtitles as an option. Occasionally, channels do get called out for forgetting that. Not for small channels just starting out, but I do think that if you have the sort of YouTube channel on it's like or just a little bit of your oh, look at me, I bought a Lamborghini. Buy some damn subtitles. Oh, look at me, I bought YouTube. Buy some damn